Jersey has been loyal to the Crown of England since the days of King John in the 12th century. The monarchs that followed were always hailed as the island's sovereigns, even though Jersey's government was, and indeed still is, completely independent of England. So, to commemorate the coronation of King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra in 1902, the islanders celebrated with a carnival procession on Victoria Avenue, a fitting venue as it was named after the late Queen. And a wonderful time was had by all. And such was the success of the celebrations that it was decided the carnival would become an annual event. The Jersey Battle of Flowers was born and was held on Victoria Avenue every year with the exception of the First World War until 1928, when it was held in the enclosed Springfield Stadium until war intervened again in 1939. Now, after the war in 1951, the Battle of Flowers was revived as a new-look tourist attraction and took place back at the original site on Victoria Avenue. In the Battle of Flowers Museum at La Robeline St. Juan, past entries are displayed, bringing back a kaleidoscope of colourful memories well worth visiting. And just look at this 60s newsreel.
The holiday island of Jersey, largest of the Channel Islands, and the annual Flower Festival. Jersey's climate favours suntan as well as flower growing, and every year holidays and horticulture are combined in the Battle of Flowers. Miss Battle of Flowers, Mary Elizabeth Hill, with Leslie Crowther.
Preparations for the big day start almost as soon as the previous year's battle is finished. Clubs, societies, states departments, individuals, and some of the island's parishes each design unique creations specially for the big day. In empty warehouses, sheds, and even garages, the days leading up to the battle are buzzing with activity so that the colourful floral floats will be ready on time. A look around some of the workplaces the night before the battle day reflects the true community spirit, an indescribable atmosphere of anticipation for the big day. And we see even Mr. and Miss Battle visiting the building sheds to see how the work is going. Whole families work until the small hours, adding the last-minute touches. Asters, hairstyles, chrysanthemums, dahlias, camellias, marram grass, paper blooms, and lots more beside are amongst the hundreds of thousands of flowers which add up to make what is undoubtedly one of Europe's most spectacular carnival events. Children, mums, dads, and grandparents all do their bit for their particular float. And believe you me, because I've tried it, flower sticking is not the nicest of jobs. You seem to get more glue on your fingers than you do on the float. But it all comes out in the end.
Radio Jersey. a very good morning to you. This sunny Thursday morning, the temperature here in St Helier, 23 degrees centigrade, just right for the 1984 Jersey Battle of Flowers. Well, the travel news and delays are widespread today because of the annual Battle of Flowers festivities. Victoria Avenue is closed from 12 noon today because of preparations for the Battle Arena. Motorists are requested to use St Aubin Inner Road between Belroyal and West Park as an alternative, and preparations are going on now on the Avenue and in the People's Park at West Park for the evening fete. Drivers are asked to be extra careful while scaffolding is being erected and engineers complete installations. Diversions are being posted in those areas. Let's just hope they've got your address. And whilst we are on the subject of the Battle of Flowers, don't forget, Radio Jersey will be broadcasting live from the People's Park this afternoon from 4:30 through till 6.
The sound of the island.
Radio Jersey in stereo.
And yes, Richard Johnson is correct. It's a beautiful day as last-minute preparations are completed. So now let's go over and meet this year's Miss Battle of Flowers, Sally Vibert, with Mr. Battle, BBC television celebrity weatherman, Francis Wilson.
Thanks, Gordon. Sally, you're a stunning girl. I see you're Miss Battle. Feels good, does it?
Yes, it feels really exciting, proud, nervous.
What are you looking forward to this afternoon most of all?
I think riding around the arena, looking at all the other floats and seeing how much hard work's gone into them. After seeing them all, in preparation, I think that's the best part.
Difficult thing to win. Was it much competition? How did you win it?
Well, you go through 12. There's 12 parishes, and they all have their own competitions, and then you go for a main competition at the end of the park, and there's 34 contestants, and you win at that.
Great. I think with any luck we've got a few snippets to show you about that, and they're coming up right now. When you won it, didn't you look good?
Exciting to look back on.
I believe the main attraction is this afternoon, Battle of Flowers, and we're both looking forward to it. Back to you, Gordon.
Thanks very much, Francis. I know who's got the beer in front of him, it's not me. And so here we are back in the arena, and it's now 2 o'clock, and crowds are still pouring in as the majorettes commence their curtain-raising parade. And the excitement mounts as today's VIP guests arrive to take their seats in the main grandstand. First, the Bailiff of Jersey, Sir Frank Errol.
Ladies and gentlemen, approaching now from the West Park end of the arena, you will see the horse-drawn carriage carrying His Excellency the Lieutenant Governor of Jersey, Sir Peter Whiteley, and Lady Whiteley. When they arrive in front of the main stand, there will be a fanfare and then the national anthem, and that will mean the Jersey Battle of Flowers 1984 has commenced. The 1984 Battle of Flowers starts now. And we have a special static display by all the majorettes, led by Leslie Wood, standing in front of His Excellency the Governor. She is the undefeated overall British twirling champion, the undefeated overall Scottish twirling champion, the national pageant champion of Scotland, the European champion 1983, the 7th World Championships 1983, and she's leaving here to go to Canada for the 1984 World Championship. Her transport has been sponsored by BMA. So, ladies and gentlemen, the combined majorettes led by Leslie Wood.
led suitably by the Grand Parade. The Grand Parade is the float of the St Clement's Battle of Flowers Association. It's a superb float showing the parade of circus performers at the end of the performance. And we see there the band, the trapeze artists, the strongman, ringmaster, clowns, horse riders, the lion tamer, everything you can possibly name. The lion tamer is in fact Miss St Clement. And this was the float that won the top prize of the day, the Prix d'Honneur. Pinocchio, the second parish float, as indeed there are only two this year, and this is the float of the parish of Grouville.
Two gorgeous greys there, driving a superb van with the old sign of Rothmans of Paul Moller.
Toy Town. This has been made and presented by the Optimist Club. And here again for the children, we see Big Ears outside their house, waving to Noddy as he drives away in his little car. And a surprise float. Nobody knew this float was coming in. It's called a Portlet Bay, and it's a float made especially for Lady Whiteley, the Lieutenant Governor's wife, because she collects model pigs as a hobby.
Gentlemen, the big day. Give them a big hand. And just coming into the arena on the north side, we have Barnum, entered by the Gallard Methodist Junior Church, who are now regular entrants in the battle here. A superb circus team, beautiful animals. This has been made up by the whole of the Gallard Methodist Junior Church, and it is Natural Flowers again. The idea comes from the West End musical Barnum, starring Michael Crawford. And of course the original Barnum joined up with James paper flowers. You'll see a lot of paper flowers this year. They're becoming more popular because of the problems of growing flowers, but they're still superb. And on the North Carriageway, the land of the Pharaohs, from the Jersey Young Farmers Club. The Jersey Young Farmers Club have been exhibiting for over 50 years, which is an incredible platform. And this, ladies and gentlemen, drawing me out is the Haverford West Town Company.
Three Wishes, the Airport Social Club, which is an Arabian theme. Three youngsters disturbing a genie from captivity, and can't you just see that genie way, way above the float?
Well, let's hope it doesn't. That's the Jersey Hotel and Guest House Association. All